Oh, y'all are too much. I'm digging the energy, the cheer, the humor. Apparently, the murderous oarfish that Fallon has spammed an emote for. The cute little Dargon that Bubonic was spamming. So yes, I love the energy. Diadems, thank you for the 12 months. Enjoy your ultra spicy salsa badge. Oh, and Fallon is... oh, that's right. There's a weasel as well. Hey, Old Port, thank you. In fact, so those 5 bits are going to help me get out to San Diego for TwitchCon, which I'm desperately hoping that when the tickets open up, and I'm not talking about airline tickets, which the costs on those are getting more expensive. I have to be careful because I don't know if TwitchCon sells out in the first 10 seconds they're open. And so if... Oh my goodness. Hey, thank you. Got to fix that up. All right, so it's going to go to 111. I was thinking about it, and one of my biggest fears is all the tickets blow out in like the first, 10 minutes, and I somehow can't get one. And if that's the case, then what am I going to do? And I figure, well, because the intention was to, was to try and learn, was to try and meet other broadcasters or whatever. In the case that I can't go out to TwitchCon, because I'm just so nervous that, I'm not going to be able to get in, that maybe I can fly out to somewhere where one or a couple of y'all live, and I can take a couple days to just travel and see you and meet you and say hi, and we can still have fun and learn and explore. TwitchCon takes a week or so. Depends if they're still in San Jose. VIP went in an hour last year. Yes, it is in San... no, I'm sorry. It's in San Diego. Comic-Con town. I mean, if I have to, I'll set an alarm at... I mean, I say I set an alarm at 4 a.m., but that's like, yeah, I'll finish up the broadcast and then I'll camp tickets. I'll be up for it, but I got into a little bit of a panic earlier because in thinking about that, what if, right? What if? And I want to make sure that I can do this because I haven't been out to TwitchCon. I don't know how quickly they sell out. I've been to other conventions, but this would be my first one here, and I just want to make sure that it's going to be feasible. And if not, what's my backup plan? I have a passport, so I mean, y'all up in Canada, I could come and see you. I could go west. I could. There's a lot of options. TwitchCon takes a week. Okay, so that crowdfunded says we'll do TwitchCon in SLC. Then they'll sue and we'll change it to TwitchX and it'll be okay. I think that one, woo, I'm 6'1" and that went over my head, crowdfunded. If it's in LA, maybe a day. We're going to send you to the Descent. What is the Descent? No clue for San Diego. I think that's the first time they're running it there. I'd ask, but I'm sure they sell tickets at the door too. Going into the West. Yeah, that's right, oh sheeps. I can practice my old, my 18th century minor speak. Consarn it, confound it, conflab the nabagab. No, lily-livered, yellow-bellied sapsucker, you dag nabbit, just sort of get a quasi-Yosemite Sam thing going on. Volvo, hey, thank you for the 7 months. Hey, oh sheeps. That's how it is in the wiki Wild Wild West. Derek has been dethroned. Volvo has ascended. Oh, no, I'm not in Utah. I'm in Ohio. D&D live? Well, depending on when that is. TwitchCon's in September. Be rootin', be tootin', and by God, be shootin'. But most of all, be kind. You know what? Maybe one day I can have. Maybe one day I can have an excellent, very sort of gentlemanly, sage, kind of old man at the end of the bar voice, like shame on me for forgetting. Epic mustache, voice of Smokey the Bear. Played the cowboy in Big Lebowski. Why am I derping on his name? Like, his name is quintessential. Like, if he wasn't meant to be a cowboy by birth, Sam Elliott. There, thank you. Like, if that man just didn't, just come out with a 10-gallon hat, a mustache, and 2 6-shooters ready to go. Yeah. My goodness, shame on me for forgetting his name, but you know what? We still got there. And that's why I need you, chat. I need you. You'd pay Sam Elliott to talk to you for 10 minutes? Not even 10? 5 will do. Mm-hmm. I know Sam Elliott. He'll talk to you for 3. Crowdfunded is the negotiator here. He's a broker for for some voice acting, I guess. Yep. Hey, well, you know what? So we're talking again. We're talking frontiers. We're talking quaint accents. We're talking the local talk. We're liking the cut of the jib. Why don't we... I mean, we could still continue our conversations, but especially as we're talking about, go west, young morgs. Although I don't know how much longer I can say that I'm young. I guess technically I am an adult. I don't know when that happened, kind of snuck up on me, but now I have all this dumb responsibility stuff and, a house and bills and whatever, so... But you know what? You gotta work with the hand that you're dealt. And if life is anything like dogs playing poker, I can sneak a card with my foot over to someone else. In that case, it's sort of like extreme euchre, in which case I'm trying to help my my partner win. Gotta have the local yokel. Yeah, and we can talk about NPCs here in a little bit too. Boo adulthood. That Southern gentleman, Confederate general, yes, crowdfunded, exactly. And not the blustering foghorn leghorn. I say, that boy's about as sharp. I say he's about as sharp as a bag of wet mice. Ranch on Netflix is great, mostly because of Sam Elliott. That Savannah accent that screams on. Yeah, and it's sir, but it's more like a suh. S-U-H. Because when the S-I-R... Oh, you want to go for a sir. Sir. No, you had... Yeah, it's a sir. Sir, please. We are gentlemen here, sir. Yes, sir. I do. It's... Alright, so the sub-bra is not exactly the stately Southern gentleman, but you know what? It's whatever. So we'll invent a genre. It's now Southern punk or something like that, where we all sort of have these voice modulators that will take our ancestry and we'll just sort of bring it into a Southern dystopia of of speech and euphemisms and yes, sir. Southern punk. Oh, good golly gracious, everyone. Where you can post a clip in Discord? Yeah. There's a place. If it's a clip of this channel, there's a place for that. And if it's a clip from your channel or another channel that you want to show other people, there's another place for that too. It has a little paper clip next to it. Dude, I would absolutely play a Southern punk game. TUE-SAT in a Southern accent. I don't know. I don't get that, old port. Is there a spot? Okay, so that's post a clip. Yes, bruh, Oh, sheeps, I say, I tickled the tar out of myself. Uh-oh. Oh, no. I put off the little beeping in the headphones, and they just went doo-doo-doo-doo. And, we're gonna have to fix this here. Ready? Clear. Oh, gotcha, old port. All right. You can talk in a pretty damn convincing Southern drawl, even though I've only lived in the South for 23 years of my life. Oh, Sheep says, you done fancied my funny bone as well, sir. Oh, Sheeps, you can be my huckleberry friend, too. A mighty fine art. See? So, for all of you who are still, like, you know, born and raised and living in the South, I hope that my own Southern upbringing, you know, will make... You'll accept me back. And I can still keep some cultural impressions and heritage with you all. You know, some... instead of street cred, it's South cred. And so I hope that I have a good budget of South cred with you all. I would love to. I've been to Texas once. Yes, once. Under interesting circumstances, but I've been to Texas once. And I'd love... Look, honestly, if I could do something like just take a summer vacation and just meet a bunch of you, go on a road trip, hell, I'd even broadcast the road trip. You know, let's drive together or whatever. Let's have some fun. Let's explore. Let's go to different game stores and comic stores. You know, do that for a while. That'd be awesome. I'd love to do that. It's just... it's just a matter of those pink numbers that you see at the lower center of the screen is all. I mean, you haven't forgotten the Alamo or anything, have you? No, Fallon, how could I? You know, I don't have a coonskin cap, but I'll tell you that I do have, I do have a rather large, serrated kniff, named after a particular someone. I do quite often, Fallon, but I'm in Arkansas, so I have to. Arkansas. Yeah. I actually named an area in one of my campaign worlds similar to how Arkansas is pronounced. It was called Suf Peldosa, but it was Peldosas. But you don't pronounce the end of it that way. And so when I was presenting the map to everyone, they said, "So what's this Suf Peldosas?" And I said, "No, it's Peldosa. You don't pronounce the end." And they looked at me like I was crazy, and I just said, "Arkansas?" Oh. Ah. Which, of course, is odd because you have Kansas and Arkansas. So, you know what? How real life reflects on our D&D games. Arkansas. Who's Kansas? Arkansas. Who's Kansas? Arkansas. I can't say offhand that I have Black Wolf. I mean, if I get a reference aside from that, maybe it'll It'll make my spurs go jingle, jangle, jingle upstairs here. They thought it was Arkansas, but they thought the W made it seem unsophisticated, so they changed it to S, but never the pronunciation. Should have been Arkansas then. You know, because it's the things that you saint what's in the past. I cannot with you right now. Unfollow, unsubscribe, whatever. Unconsaw. Yeah, offhand, Black Wolf, I can't say that I have. I mean, is he in a prison graveyard? There's a couple. There's a couple old insane asylums. In fact, one is called the Ridges, if that's not creepy enough, and that's by my old alma mater down in Athens, Ohio, and I've been there. And there's the Stain also. Ooh, it is rumored to be a haunted old insane asylum. And also a place where consumption victims were taken to live out their final days. So yay. There's also a couple old prisons. In fact, y'all might remember that there's a little, not so little town in Ohio, about midway from where I am to Columbus, called Mansfield. And Mansfield has a reformatory, and so they have a new one, but there's also an old reformatory there too. And that reformatory is a little place where Andy Dufresne met Old Red in the walls of Shawshank. It was also featured in Air Force One, if I recall correctly. You never saw it coming, oh sheeps. We don't even have shoes yet. Hey, orcs. User, Mississippi's changing. They're going to hook us up to a grid. Finally getting that, finally, the Tennessee Valley authorities finally moving into old Mississippi. We gonna get that electricity and them cement swimming ponds, too. Hey, Corridor, welcome. I don't mean to tell stories, but there's a man in there that'll pay you to talk into a can. Oh, I'm digging the energy, everyone. I really am. The old Mississippi. Welcome everyone. For those of you who came in here and you're like, so we're gonna build a frontier town, right? Yeah, we will. We're getting there. We got to build the culture. We have to get into the right the mood. We have to be a little bit silly if we want to think outside of the box. So you know the movie Free State of Jones? That's where me and orcs are from. I do not, unfortunately, crowdfunded. I mean, are we talking, is this a place like way down yonder on the Chattahoochee? Because I hear it gets hotter than Hoochie Coochie. It's also a good place to learn about living in love, but, you know, to each their own. We do lay rubber on that Georgia asphalt. How hot is Hoochie Coochie? Well, apparently it's as hot as the Chattahoochee. Unless you doubt truth to be a liar. So like 98 degrees Fahrenheit. No survivors. Wasted. Oh, y'all are something else. Let's do some D's and D's. Shall we's? Yes, we shall. That is the correct answer.